Welcome to my channel. This is Toro, and if you're new, just subscribe to my channel. Today I just want to talk to you about reasons why you don't have to call everybody your best friend. And I'll give you just few examples, and then I'll stop right there, and then we'll continue another time. Reasons why you don't have to you meet a person for the first time, you talk to them, you exchange numbers, you talk to them maybe couple of times after getting their phone numbers, and then right there you conclude, I have a best friend. I have a best friend. You see, before you can call somebody a best friend, that person must be tried. The patience of that person must be tried. The honesty of that person must be tried. It has to go through the fire of testing. And if they can survive, then you can call them your best friend. So you meet somebody, they open up to you, they tell you stuff that you think is true, and people do that not because they are telling you the truth. They do that because they want you to open up to them so that you can reveal your secrets to them. And when they get hold of your secrets, the so-called person you call the best friend that you just met will start going around telling everybody your story. And these are the signs. These are some of the things that this is what they do. They'll come to you and they will start telling you things about their life that are not even true. Because they do that so that you can open up to them by saying, oh, I trust them, and I want to reveal my secrets to them. You can't just meet somebody for a week and then call them, oh, I have a best friend. Before you can call somebody a best friend, I believe it must take years to build a relationship of trust, to be able to call them now, to be able to say to yourself, now I know that I have a best friend. Don't you know that your even worst enemy could be the very best friend that you call, the one you call your best friend? The person close to you can be your enemy. The driver who is driving you can be your enemy. Don't you even know that your wife or your husband can also be your enemy? That is why we see a lot of wives killing their husbands and husbands killing their wives. Because they have a motive that you don't know. Because you cannot read the brain, you cannot read the mind. They have something that you cannot read. But sometimes you can be patient and study them and know the trend of what they're doing, how they are approaching stuff. You can know by studying them. You meet up a person, you exchange numbers, you start talking. They introduce their children, their husbands to you, and then right there, oh, now I have a best friend. You start pouring and telling them everything about your life. And then they use it against you, and you don't understand why. It's because you never took the time to study them. You see, before an eagle, right, can trust. Before an eagle they study. Eagles study. They study when there's a storm. They study when there's a wind, they're blowing so hard. They study. So they go up high and they study before they can get to the prey. They can get to the catch. They study. You see, they study before they can trust. So you study people. Learn to know them. Learn to know their weaknesses. Learn to know their temperaments. Learn to know their honesty. There are people that you've engaged yourself with that are not honest. Honesty plays a role in a relationship. And if you cannot test their honesty, if you cannot test their maturity, you cannot just call somebody a best friend. That's why I say that you cannot just get up and call somebody a friend. You don't just get up and call somebody a friend. As I'm talking to you right now, I thought I had a best friend, but over the years, I realized that no. That person is not a best friend. You can be in a mosque, you can be in the church, you can be in the synagogue or whatever. Then I realized that the person I call a best friend is not actually a best friend, but an enemy. The fact that you are with them, the fact that you became their maid of honor or best man or whatever, doesn't mean that that person is your best friend. See how people can put up a face. They can put up a face thinking that everything is okay, and then you get into it and realize that nothing is not okay. Your worst enemy could be your best friend that you so-called call a best friend. Study people. Learn how to know them. Try them. Test them. Test them. Test them to approve of their friendship before you can call them a best friend. I'm not saying there is no best friend in this life, but what I'm saying is study people before you can call them. You can call this person, this is my best friend. Like I said, it will take months, it will take years, sometimes it will take 10 years, sometimes it will take 5 years. Be patient, study them. See, a best friend is somebody who can even point to you and give you a heads up if somebody has a plot against you. But not the one that will go and sell you and sell your information for gains and sell your stuff with other people, with your enemies, and connive with them so that they can get hold of you. That is not a best friend. Learn how to study people. Approve of them, their lives, and approve their honesty before you can call them, or you can call this person, oh, this is my best friend. Learn to study people. To call somebody a best friend it's not like an easy thing. It's not like you just get up and say somebody is a best friend to me. No, you study them, you go about and you test them. You do things to see if they will be mad. You do things to see if they can actually appreciate you or tolerate you. And then you can call them, this guy has passed the test, or this woman has passed the test. Especially ladies. You get up, you just meet somebody, you start telling them your secrets, telling them everything about your life. And then they use it against you. They talk to other girls, talk to other women, and then now they use it against you, especially in this day and age of social media. Social media can be used for a good thing and also for bad stuff. I have casual friends. Yes, I'm studying other people to see whether they can be my best friend or I can be a best friend to you. It has to be vice versa. It has to be you give and you take. If I call somebody a best friend, that person must also call me a best friend. That person must trust me. I have to also trust that person. Don't just get up and call people and say, you meet people and they say, oh, I have a best friend, I have a best friend, I have a best friend. You might be dealing with an enemy. So before you can do so, study them, learn how they move, learn how they do things. If they can keep stuff, if they can protect you, then you can call them a best friend. Don't just get up and just say, oh, I have a best friend, and the truth of the matter is you don't. You don't. See, most of the time, the closest person close to you is the one who is giving your enemy all the information about your life, everything about you. Is the one who is driving you, and you're sitting at the back on the phone call, making conversation. You think that he or she is not listening, and they're passing it on. Is the person who is driving you who is going about telling the your enemies about all your information. The one driving you can drive you through a path, through a road where he or she has connived with your enemy so that they will meet you and they will kill you. Learn how to be that eagle who will study people, who will watch people, test people to approve of their lives, so that you at the end of the day you can say, oh yes, this guy or this woman, this lady, this girl, this boy is now somebody I can call a best friend. Let me say this before I forget. Remember when let me say this again before I forget. Remember when the 9/11 happened? These guys came here and they came here to school, right? And then they used their own instruments, they used their own training, they used their own equipment to do their operation. This reminds me that sometimes you think that somebody is for you, you think that somebody is in your life to help you, not knowing they are in to get information. Use your own information, use your own secrets, use your own things that you've told them, right, to destroy you. And that is what they do. They use your own information that you've given to them, thinking that you have a good friend, you have a best friend, and they use it against you. See, these guys came and they went to do the piloting school, aviation school, whatever, piloting school, to learn how to fly the plane, land the plane, and they use American aircrafts. They use their own to destroy them. There are some people in your life, they are not in to help you. You think they are in to help you. You think they are in and they are for you. But they are not in for you. They are in into your life to destroy you. Now, I'm not saying we don't have good friends or they are not good people. We have good people. But what I'm trying to tell you is that don't just meet people and just conclude, oh, that this person is a good person because they bought you food, they bought you a drink, they went to lunch with you, they're so smiling, they're nice with you, and you conclude and you think that that's it. No. Learn how to go deeper and learn how to know whether they are for you or not. So the enemy sometimes uses your own weapon. They use the weakness, your weakness, against you. So open your eyes and learn from some of these things. I'm here to tell you so that you can learn, so that you can open your eyes to study, to know who that best friend that you are still looking for is. Continue searching and open your eyes, okay? And you'll find one. Thank you. You'll find one. I'll come again next time. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you so much.